15, Grace Christer. Number 16, Hannah Perry. The Raiders are coached by head coach Lisa Curry. And now introducing your Sulphur Springs State Cats. Number 1, Shella Moya. Number 2, Brooklyn Burnside. Number 3, Sadie Washburn. Number 4, Hayden Hammond. Number 6, Aaliyah Abram. Number 7, Paris Pickett. Number 8, Nala Finley. Number 9, Kate Womack. Number 10, Erica, the Big Dog Van Bethel. Number 11, Sydney Washburn. And number 13, Kaylee Malone. The Lady Cats are coached by head coach Ray Gordon.
I think he failed to introduce Nyla Lindley. She warmed up with him, and she's got a uniform on down there. Probably wasn't on his list. She's wearing number 8. And so Nyla Lindley may also see some action here tonight. She played a JV game, but since they're off on Friday, they will be able to play a couple of matches tonight and still be legal about it. I was talking about the teams played in bi-district back in 2017. Wiley East won that one. The next year, 2018, the Lady Cats went to Wiley East and lost that one. This is kind of a return trip because of that game last year, but we kind of got in an additional game earlier this year in the Garland ISD tournament, and Wiley East, they won them all, and they won earlier this year 2-0, but Coach Dorner reminded me today that scores were very close in that Garland tournament, and that she thought her Lady Cats could turn it around here on the home court tonight. We shall see, as we're just about ready to get started here, as both teams kind of in circles without coaches. They're just kind of doing their pregame thing. And for the Lady Cats, looks like they'll start with Kate Womack, Aaliyah Abram, and Sadie Washburn, and Erica Van Bentham. And I'm not sure, I think Brooklyn Burnside is the one that will check out for Chella Moya to come in, the libero, and that is happening right now. And also out there for the Lady Cats is Peyton Hammock. Let's see, Wiley East does not have easy numbers for me to read. Hannah Perry is out there. And boy, those front ones are really hard to read. Miranda Howard is out there, but we'll pick them up. Their libero, Grace Christner, is out there. And serving to get us started now is Erica Van Bentham. The serve, a good one. Popped up near the net, and Wiley East couldn't dig it out of the net. They're behind 1-0. So Erica Van Bentham will have another serve for the Lady Cats. They lead 1-0, just getting underway. It's a good serve. Second shot for Wiley East, and over it goes, and it hit the sideline. Boy, a close call on the right down in front of us. And it hit the sideline, and we're tied at 1. And serving now, I believe this is Miranda Howard. I believe that's an 11. Really hard to read those. Here's a serve, dug by the Lady Cats, and over it goes by Hammock. Hit back to the Lady Cats, and Sadie Washburn hit it over, and a hitting violation on the Lady Cats, and they are down 2-1 now with another serve coming. And I believe, again, it's by Miranda Howard. I believe that's 11. Boy, it could be anything, though. Serve on the way, dug by Kate Womack, popped up in the air by Hammock, and over by Sadie Washburn. Second shot for Wiley East, and over it goes, and that one, good crossfire, hit on the far side, just inside the line, and Wiley East is up 3-1 here in set 1. That is an 11, by the way. This looks clearer to me now. Howard with another serve over the top of the net. Good dig by Paris Pickett. Hit by Abram. Try for the kill by Sadie Washburn, and it was blocked by Wiley East, and they're up 4-1. It's kind of like the JV game, the way it got started. They were way behind before they scored too many points. Good serve by Wiley East. Lady Cats set it up, and a big try for a kill by Aaliyah Abram. Wiley East got it back on their side and got a good kill, and they go up 5-1. And so another string, the string continues for the server there, Miranda Howard. Howard serve, a good one hit by Kate Womack. Hammock pops it up in the air. Sadie Washburn, and she hit the back line, breaking the string for the Lady Cats, and they're down now 5-2. And back to serve is Kate Womack. Lady Cats have won 2 in a row. They won over at Pleasant Grove on Friday, 3-0. And Kate Womack serving for the Lady Cats, and over it goes. Lady Raiders set up the net. Oh, but they tried to punch it over, and the ball stayed on their side. So Lady Cats are back to within 5-3. Kate Womack with another serve coming. And Kate's serve is over. Again, Wiley East sets up the net, and another strong finish, and that one just hit the sideline. And I believe that's the player going back to serve now. That was Leah Stamps on a good kill for Wiley East, and they lead 6-3 here in set number 1. Best 3 out of 5 here. Stamps with a serve, dug by Pickett. Hammock sets it up and feathered over by Sadie Washburn. Kept alive, and over it goes, and that was a little too wide on the hit by Wiley East. They tried again for that sideline and missed that one. And the Lady Cats trail by 2, 6-4, and Aaliyah Abram is now back to serve. Abram serve, and all the way across the back line, and Wiley East leads 7-4. And let's see if they check somebody in. No, one of the players on the court's going to serve. This will be Hannah Perry back to serve for the Raiders. There's the serve. It's hit by Kate Womack high in the air. Popped up by Hammock, and over it goes by Sadie Washburn. Set up to the net and feathered over. Good dig by Sadie. Popped up by Hammock and over by Aaliyah Abram. Now it's set to the net and popped over. Lady Cats keep it alive and send it to Sadie Washburn. Tried for the big kill, but Wiley East kept it alive and returns it. Good dig by Abram. Hammock pops it up, and Sadie Washburn hits it over. Again, Wiley East keeps it alive, feathers it over. Good dig by Womack. Popped up by Hammock and over by Sadie Washburn. A good rally. And here's a shot that failed to clear the net, though, by Stamps. And the Lady Cats pick up the point. They trail 7-5. And back to serve is Sadie Washburn. And Brooklyn Burnside is now in at the net, along with Erica Van Bentham. There's a serve by Sadie Washburn. It's an ace, as a couple of Raiders looked at it and let it go, and it fell between them. And the Lady Cats are down by 1, now 7-6 for Sadie Washburn. Another serve coming. Give credit for an ace on that one. Washburn a serve, and there was a whistle, and let's see what we have. It looks maybe, well, I don't know. It looked like now the judge with the red flag came up to talk to the official up in the Eagles' nest, the Irie. And Coach Curry doesn't understand what happened, but a stray whistle, I guess, and we'll play it over. Here's the serve by Washburn. Second hit by Wiley East, and the shot blocked, but it was not hit back. It was blocked but stayed on the Lady Cat side, and Wiley East now leads 8-6 as they get ready to serve. Served by the Raiders, a good one hit by Washburn, popped up in the air. Brooklyn Burnside hit the back line for the kill attempt, and Lady Cats are again down by 1 by the score of 8-7. Looks like I've got some tennis news from Tony Martinez. Here's the serve by Hammock. Wiley East returns it. Oh, it went off Aaliyah Abram and then went back toward the back wall. And 9-7 lead now by Wiley East. And checking in to serve their libero, that's Grace Christner, wearing a white top with black shorts, or Spanx, I guess you call them. There's the serve, hit by Kate Womack, popped up by Hammock, and over it goes by Sadie Washburn. Now the ball set up toward the net, hit but blocked by the Lady Cats, and Wiley East hit it again. There's the second shot, and over. No, not over. Kate Womack tried to get it over, but ended up in the net. And Wiley East is up 10-7 here in set one. Another serve coming for Christner. Christner's serve on the way, hit by Leah Abram, popped up by Hammock. Brooklyn Burnside, a good kill. It went off of one of the Raiders. And the Lady Cats back to within 2 at 10-8. And Chella Moya, the libero for the Lady Cats, back to serve. And her serve is over. Serve libero to libero. Now returned by Wiley East. There's a second hit by the Lady Cats, over by Erica Van Bentham. And now set up to the net. And a nice finish. That was Stamps again. And she's a good finisher, Leah Stamps. And that's a couple of kills she's got. And Wiley East leads 11-8. And now checking in off the bench to serve is Kelsey Mullen. So Mullen now serving for the Raiders. Left-handed serve hit by Moya. Hammock sets it up. Kate Womack tried to hammer it over and ended up into the net. Wiley East up 12-8. Mullen with another serve for the Raiders. Wiley East High School. They're getting a new gym, I understand. There's a left-handed serve hit by Erica Van Bentham. Popped up in the air by Hammock. Aaliyah Abram returns it, but Wiley East keeps it alive, and they return it. And then the Lady Cats hampered, could not get it back on 3 tries. They got it over in 4, but that's not going to work. 13-8, and Mullen with another left-handed serve for the Raiders. It's hit by Erica Van Bentham. Popped up by Hammock to Erica, and she hammered it back across, but kept alive by Wiley East, and they feather it over. Moya pops it up. Hammock set it up to Kate Womack, and she hit the ball. It kind of did a dance across the net and then fell on the Wiley East side. Home net. Wiley East 13, Lady Cats 9, and serve now for Erica Van Bentham. Erica's serve is over. There's a second shot. This will have to go over, and does. Hit by Moya. Popped up by Hammock towards Sadie Washburn, and she drilled it, but it went across the back line. And Wiley East is up 14-9. And now serving, we're back to Miranda Howard, who had a good string earlier in this match. Got Wiley East going early. There's her serve. Dug by Womack. Popped up by Hammock and over by Sadie Washburn. The Raiders keep it alive and return it. It's hit by Paris Pickett, but a violation on the Lady Cats. And Wiley East is up 15-9 here in set number 1. Howard with a serve, hit by Paris Pickett, hit by Hammock, and over by Moya. And Wiley East sets up the net and gets it over, hit by Paris Pickett. Hammock sends it up to Sadie Washburn, hammered away, but Wiley East kept it alive. They set up the net, goes off a Hammock and heads to the back wall. And Wiley East leading 16-9, and timeout taken by Bailey Dorner for the Lady Cats. Wiley East in set 1 leads 16-9. We'll take the break with them, and we'll be back in a moment.